Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day 4 update of my 40-day water fast journey. I'm here to give you some updates today. Everyone always wants to know the weight loss thing, and I appreciate that. I'll get to that in just a moment, I promise. The main topic for today is actually going to be answering a question that my dear friend, Miss Fleur. Fleur, whenever you're on, say hi, please, or just say hi in the chat. She had asked me as a response to yesterday's chat because I am doing this water fast, and during most water fasts, once you get past about 2 days, and if you've ever fasted beyond maybe 2 days, you'll notice it's really hard to continue. Your energy drops. So this is my tools, hacks, and suggestions on that concept. Most people who do water fasts really struggle to keep it up past maybe 4 or 5 days regardless. And there's a guy by the name of Walter Longo, Longo, Walter. He's German, so they pronounce it Walter, but it's Walter Longo with the W. And Walter Longo has a fasting methodology where you eat 200, maybe 500 calories in a day. And what they found was compared to a pure water fast. So a pure water fast is the ultimate. So I'm going to tell you like the different levels. The ultimate is like distilled water, nothing. Second level, which is what I do, is supplementation with electrolytes, occasional coffee, caffeine, minerals, non-caloric herbs, and then which is what I've been doing, and I'll go into that in a second, Fleur, if you're there. And then the third level is like a Walter Longo kind of fasting. And then Longo I just explained, which is, and you can look up his protocol. It's basically having super low calorie things that make you feel like you're still doing something. So you may have soup broth, you may have vegetables. You gotta think most veggies are super low cal, obviously, other than like potatoes and things like that. But there's ways of having food, feel like you're getting some meals in without it actually really filling you on a caloric side. So that may be like onions, garlic, and broccoli. You can have almost like a mono meal, just as long as you're not really adding much fat. It can be exceptionally low calorie. But that's Walter Longo. And the reason it's so popular and so effective is you get 80 to 90% of the actual benefits. You get the anti-aging, you get autophagy, you know, your body heals itself. It's just slower, and it will go deep. Just again, it just slows things down, but you don't feel like you're starving. You don't have as much of an energy drop because you do get a little bit of stimulation. So it's like a partial. So it's like a 80, 90% of normal fasting. So it's great, truly great. And then the fourth level I would say is actually intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting, I'll happily do some lives on that because it's extremely popular, and a lot of people are very intuitively pulled to intermittent fast and eventually take the path that I've taken of doing what they call block fast, which is just a multi-day, whether it be Longo or pure water or the level 2 that I normally do with the minerals and things like that over an extended period. So to answer your question, Fleur, my suggestion for people who want to do this in work is your body needs to become eliminated of toxins before you do long fasts and work. And the reason for this is day 2 and 3 and beyond. It depends on every person, but a couple days in and beyond is when your body's dumping toxins. So just a brief example, my second day, I think it was the day I had my cigar 2 days ago. And yeah, it was 2 days ago. I had it on Thursday. So I had a couple cigars, and the whole, from waking up to about mid-afternoon, I had a fever. And my body was, by the way, a fever is really a detox reaction. My body was eliminating the toxins from the nicotine and from that cigar. So you got to understand, as the cleaner your body gets, the quicker it is to detox, and it just gets that crap out. So today I am going to have 2 cigars with buddies, and tomorrow I'm going to be waking up and You'll hear this when you hear my audio tomorrow. But the real mastery to it is to ease yourself into it. So I would say, Fleur, you want to be comfortable enough that you can do for 5 or 6 days a week. You can do a 16 to 20 hour fast. It doesn't have to be 20, but I would say 17 is the ideal, 17 to 20 hours. And then, and this is what a guy by the name of Dr. Pompa, Pompa, does. And then he's brilliant. His system is basically this. He does 5 days of intermittent fasting, 1 day, 24 hours of nothing whatsoever, and then a day of feasting. And the blessing with that concept is the body doesn't go into starvation. So he does a, whatever. I think he does 18 to 20 hours. So 18 to 20 hours of fasting, intermittent fasting throughout the week. And then usually it's Saturday. Saturday he does no water. And then Sunday he eats a full all day. I mean, he says he doesn't eat any, like he's not like eating 4,000 calories, but he's eating a solid, very plentiful, no holds barred amount of eating, right? It still means you should eat healthily, but the whole intention is it allows your body to think you're not starving. So it kind of allows your body to kind of go back into normalcy, and then you restart it on Monday. And what you would adjust in that is how long you do your intermittent fasting during the week. If it's too stressful to go 18, you drop it to 16, and you can drop it maybe to 14 some days. And then you still do that Saturday all day, and then the Sunday feast. The blessing with that is the day that you're on your 24-hour fast, your body gets it gets to fully detox that day. It has an opportunity to really start, and ideally you're chilling out that day. But what's cool about it is it doesn't impact your work so much. So I would say that would be a great first step. And then once you get comfortable with that, you got to be able to, honestly, you got to make that like your thing for a couple months. So don't think of this as a sprint. Next phase would be, once you get good at that, then pull it back to not doing every day Saturday, but instead maybe every 2 weeks do 2 days. So you're still doing intermittent fasting, maybe for 6 days, and then 1 day feast. And then on that second weekend, you do Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, right? So twice a month, you do 2 days, and then again, you have 2 days of intermittent fasting / a feast day. And then once that gets good, and you can maybe do that for 3-4 cycles, and then do 3 days, and then do 3 days again, maybe every 2 weeks. You don't have to, at that point, your body should be fairly acclimated to the fasting. So then you do 3 days, and I only have about 2 more minutes, so I'm trying to talk quickly. But the important thing is around the 3-day mark is when your body switches from sugar burning to fat burning. So you are burning micro amounts of fat in normal intermittent fasting, but your body begins to go in overdrive after 3 days. And I say this because as you begin doing this, it's important that you understand that after 3 days, once you start going beyond 3 days, is when you're going to really feel it. And again, Fleur, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So update on weight, because everyone's always asking. So I started out day 0, 240.9. Today I was 230.8. That is a 10.1 pound total drop in 4 days. I would say 75% of that's water, at least half of it's water. There will be fat loss, but it's my experience, it's no more than half to 3/4 of a pound a day. Between yesterday and today, I lost 4.2 pounds. Isn't that crazy? And then, so this 10 pounds in 4 days, I want to let you know that it probably will slow down in a day or two to about half pound. Again, that half pound range. It's going to slow down significantly around day 5. Right now, it's still dropping water. So, and again, as I told you, if you watched this before, you're going to see, and some people told me they've already started to see it, but you're going to see it in my face, the anti-aging thing start. So roughly next maybe Thursday or thereabouts is when you're going to really start seeing it. My experience in the past, day 7 to 9 is really when it starts. And then it's from that day forward that the face, it's just very visible in the face. You're just going to see me look younger. And my skin, and I got to go in like 60 seconds, my skin gets softer and smoother and more baby-like through this process too. So that's kind of cool because again, you are literally anti-aging. So with that, ask me questions in the chat. I love and appreciate you guys immensely. I appreciate you supporting me on this journey, and thank you again. I'll reach out again tomorrow, and I'll give you an update as well. Have a great day. Much love.